When working with any lawyer, you want to find someone who cares about you as a person, not just as a case. Well, we're happy to welcome Desiree Koger Gustafson of Elevate Immigration Law back to the 21 Alive studios. Great to see you today.
Thanks, Zach. Great to see you.
You take pride in a client-centered approach. Why is that so important to you?
Well, first of all, we're all people, right? And the emotional realm of immigration law is so great. And so when clients come to us, they are getting an authentic, empathetic, client-centered approach to their case. And that can range anywhere from, our paralegal staff, our front desk staff, to the attorney that's working on the case. We truly care about our clients. I've never had one say that they felt like I didn't care about their case. And I take great pride in that because I do care about people, and that's why I got into this to begin with.
How often are you communicating with your clients, and what methods do you use?
Great question. And that kind of depends on where they are in their case. In the beginning, we're extremely communicative because we're trying to get something filed. We're trying to clear what path, what avenues they have, give them their options, the pros and cons of each kind of thing that they might be petitioning for. So there's a lot of communication back and forth. Of course, they always have a link to be able to meet with me personally via Google Meet. Or even in person if they're local to us. But then once something's filed, sometimes we back off and we let it process. But always there, a phone call, a Google Meet schedule, always have our calendar to be able to reach out to us if they need us.
A lot of this stuff can, especially from an outsider, seem very complicated. So how do you make sure your clients understand the options, risks, and their responsibilities?
Yeah, great. And honestly, in this last year and a half, that has become so important. I really have had my clients be the drivers. And a lot of them do want to say, what would you do? And it's just not a situation I can put myself in necessarily. But first and foremost, making sure that we are speaking the same language. Even I have lots of clients who do pretty well with English, but it's a lot like medical. You want to make sure they understand the ins and outs. So I almost always bring an interpreter in if English is not their first language. I feel like that's pretty much the baseline. After doing this for almost 2 decades, I feel like I can read people pretty well on how they're asking questions and how they're answering questions, whether or not they're truly internalizing and understanding what I'm telling them. We all learn different ways, and I myself am very much a kinesthetic visual learner. I really try to do the whole gamut with the clients to make sure they're understanding, and at the end of the day, they make the call on what pathway to move forward.
This immigration journey can carry a lot of uncertainty. How much pride do you take in helping people navigate this and have some degree of confidence while they're doing that?
It is as complicated for the attorneys nowadays or accredited reps or people assisting as it is for the client themselves, and almost more so because we kind of see the pushback even in the most mundane applications, if you will. But watching them walk successfully from a student visa to citizenship and an oath ceremony is so fulfilling, and even more so now because there's so many hurdles. A request for evidence, a denial for something that, quite frankly feels ridiculous, that they have a notice on file, but they still will deny it for that. But being able to see them walk that journey over the past, 5 years usually before they get to citizenship and have some sort of settled status is just so great. It is why I do what I do.
Thank you for sharing your insight and sharing these stories with us, Desiree.
Thanks, Zach.
You can find more information about Elevate Immigration Law on your screen now and at 21alivenews.com. Just click on the Lifestyle tab and be sure to let Desiree know that you saw her right here on 21 Alive.